Hi everyone, welcome to G Tarot. This is Simona. It's quite late here. In the UK, it's almost 1 a.m. and I cannot sleep. I have to read cards. So here I am reading the tarot. For the full moon, I know this is post full moon, it's just after the actual peak point, but I feel that it's very needed because that with the full moon it felt like it felt like it was a massive portal. Something big got unlocked, and integrating that energy we'll need some navigating, some some investigation within ourselves, and that's why I'm doing this reading. It's a collective reading for the energy on the planet, energy that landed, that entered through this portal, super powerful portal with the super full moon eclipse in Sagittarius just last night. It's quite interesting. Like I was facilitating a full moon ceremony last night, and nothing went as I planned it to go. Nothing. It was disruption after disruption after disruption. It just did not go like how, what my intentions were. Obviously they always are quite loving and good when I facilitate a sacred space, but yeah, they were a little bit like this energy, this Ace of Cups, like putting this loving, like offering or something out there, and then being met with this energy of Five of Wands, of it's not working, it's not really like molding together, it's not what I envisioned or what I what I intended for, what my intention was, why, like almost like, I mean, I'm talking about my experience, but this is collective. Like I feel like this is like for a lot of us, there might have been or might be still that kind of energy of my intention was pure and I offered love, like I offered truth or love or like care or nurture or whatever. I was open, or I'm open. Why am I being met with this conflicting energy? So quite a lot of us might be feeling this, like might have experienced that, or might be experiencing that still, and it's quite interesting because then we get the sun, and the sun illuminates. It's almost like this is exactly what the energy of the moon was and still is, like illuminates. It shows you clearly all these gaps, all these little corners within yourself, your relationships, your situations, your jobs, whatever it is, which have been hidden and are on the way. Like it's not really on the way, but like they're almost like they've just been hidden. They haven't been addressed, they haven't been looked at, and they may be running the show from behind the scenes without us realizing that. So there's a powerful illumination at this harmony in our lives. What is causing this harmony? What is, although like what is being intentionally confrontational, or what is not working basically. Although you've been putting, you've put your offer out, you've put your loving intention out there, your desire for healing, for reconciliation, or whatever it is, like your creativity, your inspiration, your visionary, nature, whatever. So this moon is illuminating this energy, because this energy needs to be purged, it needs to be looked at, it needs to be addressed, you need to be liberated from it, you need to let go of it in order to step into balance, into like your power, your stability. Okay, I'll come back to this card. There's something more here that I'm sensing, but I'll go on first with the rest of the cards. So this sun is also illuminating this energy of heartbreak. What is it in your environment which hurts you? What is it? Is it people? Is it your beliefs about yourself? What is it that causes this incredible, like immense anxiety, or like heartache, or like emotional turmoil, or even physical illness? So for a lot of us, we may get very powerful insights about exactly what in our lives is causing disruption, and what is not aligned with our loving intentions and our worth, our purity, our innocence, our beauty, our creativity, our flow. So this is going to come out if it hasn't yet. Like for me, it definitely came out last night at the ceremony. It was hilarious and very, very, very frustrating. But and like for a lot of us, this will cause lots of grief, and it will knock us off balance. We have this king here, which is upside down, so it will knock us off balance. So there is this sense of this is so intentional, this loss of foundation of stability, or what we thought I don't know, we were, or we were heading towards, or how we were feeling, whatever it is. Like, these disruptions are totally intentional, because they want to abruptly finish and purify this energy of heartache. I mean purify. When I say end, I don't mean, I mean they want to expose this to your consciousness, so your consciousness can see where you've been hurt, and you keep getting hurt, and it keeps repeating, like this cycle keeps repeating, or this wound, maybe from the past or something, keeps like coming up. Why does it, like, how, what is, because it's hiding. So by illuminating it, by completely like shining light on this trauma, on this fear, on this whatever it is, or dysfunctional, situation, that ultimately like brings powerful transformation, which puts us into the place of the Queen of Cups. So the Queen, it's very interesting that these guys came up. So we have the King upside down, but the Queen is upwards, and she's the balancing force, she's the healing force. There's a very powerful feminine energy also rising with this full moon, healing and holding, calling the divine masculine to step up, to mend the wounds of this divine masculine, and to call him to rise, basically, to his power, you know, to be reversed, to be turned upwards. So there is something else, like I wanted to say about the king. The energy of the king usually is the energy, it's like the most, like the complete energy of a suit. And the energy of the king is also the representative, right? It's the one who's the public figure, the face we show in front of other people. And the queen is inwards. It's the personal relationships, the family, the things that happen behind closed doors. It's the feminine, the subtle influence, which is not necessarily seen, right? So so there is something about that, something about the public persona completely collapsing, and what is actually important, what is actually true to us, what is actually where actually our balance lies, not balance, our well, yeah, balance, harmony, but also like safety, grace, peace, love, healing. Where is it? So this is what truly comes, like this information, this true healing, this is being revealed to us, what truly nourishes us, by exposing very sharply, very abruptly, very chaotically, exposing this pain, that this pain, this hurt, this insecurity, this trauma, this loss of power in different situations or different belief patterns, this grief of what's been lost, obviously, of by looking at the truth, by looking at this pain, of course, that by looking at this, the fact that there is this harmony, there's conflict, there's energies in your lives, in our lives, which are not good for us, they're not healthy for us. And maybe there at some point was willingness to not look at them and to it's just like, I don't know, sweep them under the rug and pretend that everything is okay and just be this free flowing full type of energy. But this fool is not looking at the broken heart. He's kind of you know, I just get from this like spread, I just get this energy of him wanting to, almost not even wanting, him just like just not paying attention, not addressing the heavier, the more difficult energies in our lives, wanting to hide from the pain, from the difficult, from his own insecurity, from our own insecurities, from our own pain. And I think that this full moon is basically really illuminating that and really showing us you can't hide away anymore. I'm bringing it up for you to look, to see yourself, to see those wounds, to see those situations who are causing you to be disempowered, to be wounded. These things like patterns, behavioral patterns, or thoughts which are not helping you on your path of empowerment, of growth, of healing. So yeah, there is a very, very powerful illuminating energy here, illuminating the darkness, illuminating the heartache, the brokenness, the despair, and really welcoming it, really holding space for it in our lives, really holding space for yourself so you can finally let go of that trauma, of that pain. You can finally heal it, give it voice, give it light, so we can actually see how bad it actually is and start healing it. Anyway, for some of us, I feel that this is quite, it's literally liberation from, look at this, guys. It's total call to a new life. But yeah, I feel that this is a liberation from a long cycle, like a karmic cycles being completed, in order for us to step into total sovereignty and total empowerment, which is done with absolute compassion and unconditional love and patience and gentleness. So it's very interesting energy. Like the energy is basically very disruptive and very like chaotic and quite conflicting and contradictory, and painful, really, really painful. But all of that is happening, so there can be put an end to it, and from within it, this incredibly wonderful energy can rise again. Like, to me, this is almost like this is the energy, like this is the start, like the you put the, and this one came with it, like you have this intention, this idea, you're putting your love into it, you know, you're embarking on a journey, you've got, you know, these dreams or aspirations or whatever, and then suddenly you go, you start, you move forward, and then suddenly you're met with the reality of the situation that you have to first resolve. You have to look at your shadow, you have to look at the pain in order to have a new beginning. You have to complete the cycle in order to have a fresh start. And by going through that exposure, by being exposed in front of yourself, really, or maybe in front of others as well, by being completely exposed, you find this immense compassion for yourself, for all of these parts of yourself that were hurt, neglected before, out of balance, feeling unstable, or in scarcity, in lack. All of that grief is being like shown out, shown, like it's been taken out. Sorry, it's too late, I'm very sleepy and my grammar is really like all over the place. there's something else. I feel that a lot of things, like we some of us may realize things about ourselves which we may not be very proud of, but they're part of ourselves, they're part of who we are, and we finally are coming to acceptance of these parts of ourselves, and also grieving grieving. It's funny. it so how do you explain this? So I'll just give you an example with myself. Like, I'm my worst judge, and I know that a lot of you will relate to that. And I have very high standards of myself, and it's really funny because I wouldn't do that to anyone else. I wouldn't do that to a family member or a friend or even an enemy, honestly. But like, I have very high standards of myself and how I should be and how I, everything. And when certain parts of myself like surface, and I go through almost like a shock, almost like, oh my god, I'm not this person whom I want to be, for example, whom I'm striving to be, and I go through a phase of grief and disappointment within myself. But then there is a greater reconciliation, greater like acceptance and wholeness after this process, because this part of me which surfaced and which probably, like, it was disappointing at first because my ego was too attached to a particular vision of who I am supposed to be in order to be worthy, in order to be, accepted. Of course, there would be shock and there would be grief there, but afterwards comes a great healing and relief, because we cannot shun away the parts of ourselves. We cannot shun away parts of ourselves forever. It's painful, it's harmful, it causes chaos, it causes it's not productive. You cannot build anything stable if there is inner conflict. It causes hurt and just imbalance in our lives. So I feel that, overall, I'm just gonna summarize quickly. Overall, the overall energy is exposing the secret corners of our psyche which were hidden before, which maybe we were not proud of, insecurities and vulnerabilities which are very, very difficult for us to hold space for. And the very painful aspects, the very sore spots are being exposed, and it may feel very it may feel quite cruel, and we may feel unprepared for it, but it's there because it's not like the energy cannot be hidden anymore. Hiding, deceit, illusion is not supported anymore on the planet collectively, and therefore it's not supported within ourselves. So we need to really look at the truth, really step into the truth, and the truth sometimes is painful, but ultimately, once it's accepted, it's very empowering, and that is our greatest protection and our greatest weapon as well in the world. So yeah, guys, embrace your truth. Be gentle with your process. Emotions are really heightened at the moment. They still are. I mean, for me, for sure they are. And I feel that something very, very powerful is happening at the moment. With a very powerful shift. We're really stepping into no bullshit mode. Like, don't mess with me anymore. Like, I have strong medicine here with this stepping into authenticity and truth, that like nothing hidden, nothing like deceptive can exist in our space, and that is on a personal and on a global level. Okay, well, very, very strong energies, very powerful. And we have the Lovers here. Yeah, I think for some of us, for a lot of us, there will be a lot stronger connections from here on in our lives. A lot deeper, a lot more honest, because we would have, or we are, really understanding ourselves, and we're really learning, not even learning, we're really mastering how to hold space for ourselves, and how to be there for ourselves, how to really unite, the higher self and the physical the physical, human self, and the masculine and the feminine. We're really becoming a whole divine being, embodied divinity. And this is going to affect our relationships. Some relationships will fall because they cause this chaos, and there's too much like just misalignment there, and that causes pain, and that causes grief, and that causes emotional turmoil, throws us off balance. So some of them will have to go, but some of them will strengthen, because the truth will be exposed, and after it's worked, after we work through it, we land into greater compassion, understanding, and love for each other. Okay, well, that's that. I've got that out of my system. I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm wishing you lots of love, a great compassion for your process, strength, and many blessings. Please like, subscribe, and share this video or any of the videos that I do. I really appreciate your support. It really helps my channel grow. Okay, and I really would love the channel to grow. Okay, bye.